We often feel anxiety because we are trying to manage things outside our sphere of influence. This feeling of being overwhelmed is a universal struggle in modern life. But what if I told you there is one simple, timeless rule that can eliminate the vast majority of your daily stress? This is the core teaching of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics called it the Dichotomy of Control. It is the practice of recognizing the difference between what is truly up to you and what is not. When you focus your energy only on your judgments and reactions, you instantly reclaim your peace. Everything else is external and should be met with acceptance. Think of life as a game. Your effort, your strategy, and your training are all in your control. The final score and the actions of the opposing team are not. We confuse these two areas constantly. We worry about the weather, the economy, or what a colleague thinks of us. These are all external scores. The anxiety you feel is the mental friction of trying to push against reality. It's like arguing with the rain. So, what is in your control? The ancient philosopher Epictetus laid it out clearly. Your opinions, your actions, your desires, and your aversions. In short, you control your inner world. This is your inner citadel, your mental fortress that no external event can breach. You control your judgments. An event happens, and you decide if it is good or bad, a disaster or an opportunity. The event itself is neutral. You control your intentions. Even if the outcome fails, your intention to be wise, just, and disciplined remains your own. And you control your effort. The time you put in, the focus you apply. This is your contribution to the universe. Now let's look at the external world, the things you don't control. This includes your reputation, your health, the actions of others, and your ultimate success. When you tie your emotional well-being to these externals, you hand over your power to the world. You become a leaf in the wind. Consider a simple example. Traffic. You cannot control the congestion, the other drivers, or the road conditions. That is external. What you can control is your reaction. You can choose patience, use the time for reflection, or simply accept the delay. That is internal control. The moment you mentally shift your focus from, "Why is this happening to me?" to "How will I respond to this?" the stress begins to dissolve. This brings us to the Stoic practice of Premeditatio Malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This is how you prepare your mind for external challenges. It is not about dwelling on fear. It is about rationally contemplating the worst-case scenario so that when it happens, it holds no shock. You ask yourself, if I lose my job, what are the absolute essentials I must do? If this project fails, what is the rational next step? By rehearsing adversity in advance, you realize that even the worst outcomes are survivable. Your inner resources are always enough. This practice strengthens your emotional resilience. It moves you from reacting with panic to responding with measured reason. The key is to apply the dichotomy of control to all your desires. Desire only the things you can control, your character and your virtue. If you desire wealth, you are setting yourself up for disappointment, because wealth is external and uncertain. But if you desire to be industrious and disciplined, those are choices you make every moment, and they are always within your power. This refocusing is the true source of inner peace. You are no longer chasing external approval or fighting the flow of life. The Stoic is not cold or uncaring. They simply recognize that their benevolence and effort are internal, while the result is in the hands of fate. So, your daily practice starts now. When a wave of worry hits, pause and label it. Is this controlled by me or not? If it is external, release the worry. If it is internal, take immediate, rational action to improve your judgment or effort. The power lies not in changing the world, but in mastering the small, precious territory of your own mind. This is where lasting calm is found. Continue building this inner citadel. Practice this rule daily, and you will notice 90% of your stress simply vanishing. If this idea resonated with you, share your thoughts below on how you plan to use the dichotomy of control this week. Subscribe to Philosophy for Peace to continue building your inner resilience.